Officer Stephen Hasenstab died on August 19, 1989, at Froedtert Hospital from injuries sustained in a crash on August 8th at North 27th Street and West Vine Street while in pursuit of a stolen vehicle. Officer Hasenstab was a 1979 graduate of the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh, where he studied criminal justice. He was 33 years old at the time of his death, and he left behind a wife and a daughter.
My name is Marcy Hasenstab. I was married to Steve Hasenstab. We got married in 1979. I met Steve in Oshkosh through mutual friends. We fell in love right away. I mean, we just wanted to be with each other all the time. So by the end of junior year, we were engaged, and we were married in 1979. So we were married for 10 years. We liked to ride around on his motorcycle. We would go to the dirt bike races at Aztalan and watch those. That was a fun trip from Oshkosh to the Madison area to take a trip. We did a lot of things. Once we got married and moved to Milwaukee, we went to a lot of Brewers games. The night they went into the World Series, he went downtown to celebrate. I had to get up and work the next day, but he went downtown and joined the crowd when they found out they were going to the series. Yeah. And we watched the baseball games, we watched the playoff games with friends, and we actually went to one of the World Series games. It was a lot of fun. He was born in Beaver Dam. His family moved to Hills Corners when he was a kid. He has an older brother and 2 older sisters. Steve was really a very funny person. We would get together with friends and he would be so entertaining with stories and comments on the world. And we just had so much fun all the time, especially, and he did it at work too. After his funeral, so many people told me about all this, how funny he was and what a great guy he was. And that's important. When Kara was born, he wanted us to bond as a family, so he didn't let anyone come over to the house for the first week or so after she was born. When I went back to work, he was working the power shift. So I would drop her off at daycare in the morning, and he would pick her up around noon or 1, and they'd spend the whole day together. And she learned so much from him because he was always doing some project around the house. He had a really special relationship with his grandfather, who lived in Waupun. And his grandfather was old and he wanted to stay in his own house. So Steve would go up regularly and clean out his gutters. Grandpa would always have a list of things for him to do. And he would go up to Waupun and spend the day on one of his off days and do all the work around the house for his grandfather. I want people to remember that he was a good cop, but that he was way more than that. He loved his family. He loved his parents and brother and sisters. He loved his friends. He would bend over backwards to do anything for you if you needed help. He was an amazing father. And he just was a really genuinely good guy.